Let's jump into that first story. We got this one from the Daily Mail. Quote, they tell us to be peaceful. Trump issues another threat and tells Soros-backed animal, Alvin Bragg, to drop the Stormy Daniels case as grand jury is canceled for the rest of the week and questions grow about looming indictment. Manhattan grand jury members were told not to show up to court on Thursday. Sources tell DailyMail.com prosecutors are having trouble convincing the jury to indict Trump over hush money payments to Stormy Daniels. Trump is expected to fly to Waco, Texas on Saturday for a campaign event. Trump's also raised $1.5 million off of it. I think he's done absolutely the right thing. I think he's doing the right thing by continually calling this out. And I think only because he called it out are they backing down. So they don't convene the grand juries on Friday. That's what I've seen reported, which means not Monday, not Tuesday, not Wednesday, not Thursday. Every single step of the way, it's been kicked back. And now we don't even know if it's going to happen. So
so they get a chance. They want to convince the jury. But if they can't convince the jury, I think that means that they lose the case. I don't think that means you get to keep trying to convince them every day. But was there some legal precedent where you're allowed to be like, you don't believe me yet? All right, we'll see you again tomorrow, until they break the jury and make the jury go the way they want them to.
Grand juries are not prosecutions. All they're doing is trying to get an indictment. So it's a preponderance of evidence. Hey, here's a picture of a guy near a crime scene. He may have done it. We've got a bunch of evidence. We want to bring it to trial. Okay, indict him.
And the jury's like, no, that's not enough evidence. So they're like, okay, well, we'll come back tomorrow and see if you change your mind. And if you don't change your mind, we're going to bring you back every day until you maybe change your mind. Like, what is this? What kind of duress is that to put a jury under? If they don't want to do it, they don't want to do it.
Yes. I think there's exculpatory evidence that outright proves Donald Trump didn't do it. And they're desperately trying to do this anyway. But I think that Donald Trump calling this out and saying they're trying to arrest me is what caused this to basically start breaking apart. Yeah. High level of media scrutiny, political scrutiny. Alvin Bragg is probably sweating it. He issued a letter, sent it to Congress. I have a feeling that come next week, it probably won't happen. Not to mention, I'm willing to bet when Democrats saw the news that Trump raised $1.5 million in 3 days, they were like, dude, you got to stop doing this.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's good for your career and all, but you're filling his war chest.
I think this guy learned what every Republican primary opponent of Trump learned the hard way in 2016, which is this is what Trump is good at. This is feeding the narrative. Like, Trump is the headline all week long, and he's both playing the victim and kicking this guy's ass at the same time and raising a bunch of money. And I think the call came down from somebody and said, you're helping this guy and you're getting killed. You better stop. So it's politics. It's not a legal thing at all. It's about the narrative that they wanted to create. And this is what Trump is a master at.
That's why I think he came out and said ahead of time, it was such a skillful move to come out and say, they're going to arrest me next week. Because if he doesn't get arrested, his base is like, cool, that sounds good. If he gets arrested, they're enraged. They can't believe that this is happening to him. And the element of surprise that we've talked about a little bit, the perp walk photo that I think a lot of left-leaning journalists would have really liked to have published, it's gone, right? It doesn't have the same meaning. And so really Trump has come out as the winner in this scenario to the detriment of the Democrats. Like they completely miscalculated how he would handle the situation.